Finally, the FIFA Under-17 World Cup tournament kicked off in Nigeria, even after FIFA President Joseph Blatter expressed his concern again after the Under-20 tournament rounded up in Egypt, that Nigeria was not fully organized for the event.
What FIFA was concerned about actually was ensuring that its Win in Africa with Africa program was carried out successfully in the countries of Egypt, Nigeria, and of course South Africa, consistent with the policies that FIFA had said it would adopt for this continent. And therefore, in truth and in fact, there were no fears really when we decided to host this event in Nigeria.
Expectations were high that Lagos would be one of the cities to deliver a memorable and organized event after all the work put into upgrading its facilities, and all seemed to be going smoothly.
It is difficult to host an event in Nigeria without having considered its biggest city, Lagos. And therefore FIFA likewise had to consider Lagos as a venue. But we in FIFA have been fortunate because the governor of Lagos, Governor Babatunde Fashola, has been extremely cooperative. In fact, I particularly like the work that he has been doing for Lagos. Each time I go to Lagos, I see a new Lagos, so to speak. I see cleaner streets. I see more organized traffic. I generally see a better city. And therefore, it was fortuitous for us that he is governor in Lagos at the time we choose to go to Lagos. So there were no real problems, except possibly, I should say, that there is the problem of insufficient training sites.
One of the major concerns was the traffic congestion that is typical in Lagos, delaying the teams and interrupting the match schedule. However, though the usual traffic jam was present, members of the Traffic Management Authority had set up roadblocks around the stadium before the matches, only allowing those with tickets in and ensuring the free flow of traffic. The bus rapid transport services was set up across the state to provide transport to the stadium for those unable to afford public transport and to deter car owners from coming in with their own vehicles. Event officials created a large parking space at the National Stadium just opposite the Teslim Balogun Stadium, where the event was to take place. Security around the stadium was tight, as the state government had provided at least 2,000 police officers and members of the Nigerian Civil Defense Corps to patrol the area surrounding the venue. As expected, there were crowds waiting to buy tickets and get in. But there were also lines of businessmen hoping to benefit from the large number of spectators that were expected.
The idea really was to create a party atmosphere, because of the, the FIFA World Cup thing. I'm a Lagosian, and I thought it would be nice to, join in the fun. And I decided that bringing the van here, would, kind of add some color, if you like, to whatever it is. And of course provide people with decent food.
We are selling Nigerian caps, Brazilian caps, and Japanese caps. We made it by ourselves because doing Nigerian matches or any organizing FIFA tournament, we need to market our souvenirs there.
Those coming in were surprised at the organization that was unusual to such an event here in Lagos.
The way they organized the match is okay. I was not expecting that it would be like this because when I heard that they would bring the Under-17 World Cup to Nigeria, I was thinking that maybe because our this kidnappers and other things like that. But now it's well okay. At least we are going fine, no problem, everything is going fine.
Teslim Balogun Stadium is one of the best stadiums in Nigeria in this competition so far. They really tried about the sub-seats, the organization, the facilities and everything. They tried.
I know everybody was going to, they would like to be there. So, there will be traffic. So, but I don't expect that because I want the government to clear the road so that everything will be okay and convenient for everybody, even the outsiders, the foreigners that are coming, so that they will know that Nigeria is trying and is good.
But what do you think happened? Did you see traffic here?
No. I didn't see traffic, but I'm very grateful for that.
But for those who could not get in, there were viewing centers set up in various areas of the city to cater to them. Tickets were being sold by hawkers around the stadium for the equivalent of $6, $3 and $2 depending on the city, and the two lines going into the stadium were several meters long. To maintain a clean stadium, spectators were not allowed to enter with bottles that would litter the premises, and at the entrance of the stadium, metal detectors were set up to ensure that all who entered were screened for possession of any harmful objects. Spectators were then ushered into their respective gates to be seated. Healthcare facilities in the form of a mobile hospital were available for the general public, and teams were treated in separate facilities on the grounds. Talking to the facility management director's DOE project, the stadium was fully ready for the large amount of spectators that were expected, and the facilities were in top shape throughout the matches.
It's really been fantastic. The players have enjoyed themselves, they've enjoyed the facilities. And the Lagosians, we've had a very full stadium, at least 20,000 people, and we think that's really good. Yes, everything's worked out real fine. We've actually provided several pumping stations, which actively pumps out water during when it rains. So that's a key factor. The second one about lighting. Basically, we have 100% redundancy, which means that if the lights go out, we definitely will have extra bulbs and all that to replace them. Also, we have 2 Caterpillar generators, 1,000 kVA, which basically we run full time during the games, so that there's no issue about there being any outage of power. Lagos State has also provided a mobile field hospital. You can imagine a stadium with a capacity of 26,000 spectators. We normally do have quite a number of injuries, or even just general healthcare problems. So the mobile field hospital is fully equipped with doctors.
And FIFA's verdict?
Lagos, it was reasonably good. For at all the events, Lagos has maintained consistently a 70% attendance, which is not bad by all standard. And when you consider the national team has not played a game in Lagos as yet, and yet for all, Lagos has been able to maintain a high attendance at its matches, this speaks well for Lagos as hosts, as organizers, and everything else. And I say again, when I go to Lagos, I see the buses where the event has been advertised. In fact, I tell you this, in no venue, including Abuja, has the event been promoted as it has been promoted in Lagos. In the airport, in the streets, on the lampposts, on the buses, wherever you turn, you know an event is taking place in Lagos. It is not so in any other venue.
Good to go. Lagosians watched as Switzerland, Brazil, Mexico and Japan battled to make it to the finals.